Hey guys, for those of you that don't personally know me, I know sometimes we get connected because we're friends of a friend and we assume we might know somebody or that we should know somebody. So for those of you that don't know me, my name is Rebecca. I live in Kentucky and I'm married to my high school sweetheart and we have two adult daughters. So that's kind of my personal story. As far as professional, I was a lawyer, still am technically, but quit to stay at home with our two daughters while they were younger, and then eventually, sort of out of boredom, got into the fitness world. I was working out more, trying to be a healthy role model for our girls, and kind of got into the group fitness space. Found out that I really loved helping people become better versions of themselves. That wasn't anything I ever would have anticipated for me. And if you knew me in high school, I didn't even like PE. I dreaded it. I was scared of it. I was embarrassed. I was not good at anything. The thought of me becoming a fitness instructor it's a little ironic, but I just found that I feel fulfilled when I can help other people by enriching their lives, helping them become healthier, getting a new lease on life. And so that's something that I've really enjoyed over the last 15 years. And in the process of being a fitness instructor, I would see a lot of different supplements and things come through the gym, read the labels, decide, oh, that's not for me. That's not really going to enhance my fitness or my health journey. But eventually found a product that I absolutely fell in love with. Started using it. I'm in my 5th year of using it. My family uses it. I was telling everybody about it because, if you love something, if you love a movie, a new restaurant, a book, you're going to share it, right? So I was just honestly sharing something that I loved, and it just kind of organically took on a life of its own and became a business. I wasn't looking for a business. I'd always planned on going back to practicing law when my kids got older, but it just kind of happened. And it was not just a product that I loved, but I really grew to love the company behind the product. They really focus on leading with education, and their stated mission is to help people become better. And that is in total alignment with what I found that I had loved doing over the last 15 years. So it just kind of happened. So the short story of how I built my business was ignorance on fire. Like I said, I loved the product, fell in love with the company, and I was just telling people about it, and it just kind of happened. And it just kind of grew, and all of a sudden, I started becoming more intentional talking about it, but it was something I was passionate about, so that wasn't hard. If you've been on my Facebook page, I can get on here and talk about ketones a lot and love it. That doesn't make me nervous because it's just something I love and I enjoy. But what I want to talk to you today is about the struggle I had in that business once I started making it more intentional, and kind of what my failures were. Like I said, I was ignorance on fire. I didn't know anything about this industry or the business, but I just kind of went at it with gusto. But that can only take you so far, right? And the reason this is hard for me to even share with you is because of my background as being a lawyer. I have been trained to not show weakness. I've been trained to put your best foot forward and to you don't admit any kind of weakness or anything. You basically want to attack other people's weaknesses. But now I'm in a business where sharing my weaknesses and finding others in their weaknesses and bringing them along with me, that's where we build strength and community and together. And so that's been a really great learning experience for me. But getting on live and sharing about my failures, that does not come natural to me. So with my training as an attorney, that keeps you putting your best foot forward, and then you add a social media construct to it where it's everyone's highlight reel. So getting real with you all and being a little bit more vulnerable is not easy. So I appreciate you all being on here and supporting me, and hopefully it'll be worth it. The reason I decided to do this is because with this whole Corona thing that's going on in the world, and how the quarantine and all the restrictions have really impacted people's business, people's employment, just their economic status. I'm not in any way trying to lessen the severity of the very real health risks. I'm just talking from an economic standpoint. I know people are struggling and people are questioning and people are wondering, and I have found kind of a better way to build an online business, or a better way to expand your existing business into the online space. Or even if you aren't in business for yourself, a better way to maybe go about creating an online business and diversifying your income streams. And so I just feel compelled to kind of reveal my weakness, because my weakness is what led me to my new strength, and that's building an online business. So that was kind of, I guess, the history of why this is hard for me. But where I got to in my business, I was Ignorance on Fire, shared with friends and family. A lot of you that are friends with me probably heard me ask you, what do you know about ketones and ketosis? And I still do that business, but I wanted to reach beyond my friends and family, because I got to a point in my business where I had earned the company luxury car bonus, and I built a substantial team. But if you know anything about people are inconsistent. It's just the best way to put it. And so if you are in network marketing, you've seen this. You get a customer, they're in love with the product, it's the best thing ever, they're having great results, and then for whatever reason, they decide they don't want the product anymore. You don't know if it's a financial strain that they're undergoing, a life change, maybe they move, maybe they have like they even just changed credit cards, and then their auto shipment went off, and then they just never set it up again. So we never really always know why someone stops. But I do know from going on 5 years of experience that a lot of people do. They just don't stay consistent. I've seen that in the gym. People, January, gung ho, Rebecca, I'm going to make a difference. I'm coming to your class every day. I'm going to run on the treadmill. And they're great until a snowstorm or a kid gets sick or they get busy at work or, just life happens. And I get it. It happens to me too. But if you're building a business and you see customers fall off, that can be discouraging. And it's not just customers that fall off. In my business, I had built a team of people who also said they wanted to build a business. But then they got discouraged when their customers fell off. Or we all got discouraged when we felt like, I pretty much talked to all of my friends and family, and either they're interested or not. I don't bug people that, aren't interested and try to make them interested. I presented it to them. It's their choice whether they come around. But what's next, right? What's my next step? And I didn't really have a blueprint for that. I didn't really know what was next, but I did know that I'd fallen in love with entrepreneurship. I did want to go back to a job. I love the potential time, money, kind of freedom, I like to call it lifestyle freedom, where you live life on your terms. You work when you want to work. You do what you want to do, what you think's right. You're not bound by policies and procedures. So I knew this business model, this entrepreneurship journey, I wanted to continue it, but I had to make it worthwhile, right? Because I want to work hard, and I will work so much harder for myself, but I have to know that work is going somewhere, and I didn't really know where it was going for me or for the team that I built. I feel a responsibility to lead the team that I brought into this business, to show them how to continue to sustain that business and to build on top of it. So I felt and do feel like I have that responsibility to figure it out. So they want that kind of time freedom, lifestyle freedom, financial freedom, and I had shown them the path, but the path had kind of led to a woods, and I didn't know where to go. So we just started exploring and looking for other options. And we instinctively knew, okay, if we feel like we've run out of friends and family to talk to, the internet opens us up to the whole wide world. But how, right? If you imagine someone with technology skills of a 2-year-old, honestly, 2-year-olds have better tech skills than Bridget and I do, because they've grown up with phones and iPads, they can work it. No, that is not me. That is not my gift zone. I'm getting better, but technology was a huge mental block for me, because I thought, I've never been good at technology. How can I build a business online? Because I don't know anything about technology. I mean, you can ask my husband. I don't even know how to turn on the TV if my kids and my husband aren't around. It's just not happening. It's fine. I'll read a book. But we saw the promise of the future that we wanted. And so when we didn't know what to do, we looked online at people who were being successful online. And we started to understand the fundamental principle of attracting people to you who are already interested in what you are doing and are already interested in what you have to offer, instead of chasing after just random people. I'd listen to podcasts and listen to trainings that said, talk to people, in the supermarket, talk to your waitress at lunch, and I was Ignorance on Fire, and so I would talk to people. But when you don't really have a relationship and you don't really have anything to offer them as far as expertise, it usually didn't go very well, and it usually didn't last very long if it did go. So we began to understand that attracting people online by reaching out to people who are already interested in what you're doing, and you're just attracting them to you because you're in that space, that is so much easier and so much more effective than chasing after random people and hoping, well, 1 out of every 100 people I talk to might be interested. That's not a great business model, and you have to be super tenacious to continue that. And we had been tenacious and we had done those things. But it wasn't getting us where we wanted to go. And we looked online and we saw other people were moving further faster using this kind of attraction piece. And so we understood that principle, but we had no idea how to put it into place for ourselves. So we decided to go straight to the master of online marketing, and that's Russell Brunson. If you don't know who he is and you're in business, you should. So you're welcome. Like, I didn't know who he was really. I'd heard of him, but I didn't know what he did. But he has spent years studying, experimenting, following people, testing what works and what doesn't work. And like, he's got it. He has the secret sauce, and he's created this program. It's called the One Funnel Away Challenge. And so hold on, I got this. So this was my only reference to funnels, like maybe with oil or like ingredients or getting something from a bigger bottle to a smaller bottle. This is all I knew about funnels. Russell Brunson uses online funnels to build businesses, and he teaches other people how to do that. He's made millions of dollars, and he's helped other people duplicate his systems and his strategies to also make millions of dollars. And so basically, if you think about like what a funnel does, so you're pouring a massive amount of things in there. But the only thing that's going to come through, like basically, would be the people who are interested. So you send your message out, and then they're in your world, and you can use the internet and funnel pages, sales pages on the internet to guide them through what you have to offer. And then the ones that are interested in what you have to offer will come out of the bottom of the funnel. So it's just a way to kind of sift and sort through people who are attracted to your general conversation, and then you bring them in, and then if they're attracted to what you have to bring to that area, then they stick with you and purchase your products or your services. So like, I'm in the network marketing space. So if you think about it from a network marketing perspective, you're in a company where all the other representatives or distributors or promoters, whatever they're called, they're all selling the exact same thing, right? You're all selling your widget or your powder or whatever it is. So you have to find a way to differentiate yourself, to provide additional services, additional support, solving problems that are created by that product. Okay, you have this widget, but you need to know how to use it, right? Or in my case, you have ketone powder that you can drink, but what does that mean? How do I drink it? How do I use it? When do I use it? Who can use it, right? That's something that I can bring as an expert to help them. In addition to selling them a product, I advise them on how to use it. And then I offer additional services. So we've created, for example, groups on Facebook that help people pursue the keto diet if they're actually interested in changing their diet. Or for some people that don't want to change their diet, maybe they're interested in fasting. So we'll have a group for that. So we're just providing additional value that will differentiate ourselves from everybody else who's selling the exact same product. And it's a very successful system, but it's sending a message out online and finding your people, okay? Instead of just randomly talking to people on the street or having a brick and mortar business and just hoping the right people find you and come in and buy your product or your service. So Russell Brunson created this program. It's called the One Funnel Away Challenge, and it's a 30-day program. It's just $100. You go through it, and from 30 days, he takes you from an absolute novice, which if there's something below novice, that's like where we were, and you have no clue about what an online sales funnel even is, like this is your only frame of reference. It takes you from that to learning how to build a funnel and to learning the marketing strategies that go along with the funnel. And so in 30 days, you get this course that takes you from not knowing anything to having the tips and the tools and the strategies and the know-how to put that to use to you in your business. So that challenge, honestly, it changed everything for our business. And in turn, that's changed things for our lives. So instead of our business going down amidst the coronavirus outbreak and the economic kind of upheaval and chaos that's there, like, we've been busier than ever, because when you're online, you're not affected by restrictions with in-person businesses. Like, in-person businesses sometimes have had to close, or they've had to modify, like restaurants in our state, they can only do carry out. That's a big difference, especially for like a sit-down restaurant where the atmosphere is a big part of the experience. But my business is not limited to a brick and mortar business. My business is not limited to my ability to meet with people one-on-one. In fact, my business is more efficient because I can meet people out in the internet, whatever country they're in, wherever they're located, whatever time zone, whatever restrictions are in place, they can find me, and through our funnels, get involved in our world and find what we have to offer and use it or not, And so it's a great comfort to me to know that my business can actually grow in times of economic upheaval when other businesses are really struggling and people are getting laid off. And so that's what put this on my heart to reach out to you all, because if you're watching this and you're still watching this, you might be thinking, I need to start an online business, or I need to expand my traditional business into the online space, or I have a job and I'm working, but this has made me nervous about having all of my eggs in one basket, to say, and maybe I need to look at diversifying, creating additional streams of income. So if that's you, I just want to encourage you, there are options. And this One Funnel Away challenge really made a difference in our business. It's just a short 30-day challenge. It really altered the course of our business, set us off in a completely different direction. Still helping people, still using ketones to help improve people's lives, but improve more people's lives by expanding my audience, by expanding my reach. I mean, I live in Kentucky. I don't have a reach to thousands of people. I'm just a stay-at-home mom, right? But in the online space, I can help other people, even if they aren't geographically close to me. So doing this One Funnel Away challenge, it really changed our business. It revived my dream to provide for my family and to help contribute economically to my family. It really renewed my belief in the whole entrepreneurial journey and the fact that it could work for someone with really little to no experience, and that we could experience the time, the money, the lifestyle freedom that kind of life offers, separate and apart from a job where you don't make the decisions about when to work, how to work, what to do. And this challenge, and I know this seems grandiose to say this, but this challenge, in the way that it changed the trajectory of our business and our belief in this business, it also sort of renewed our spirit and our commitment to make a bigger impact in the world, not just with our product and helping people improve their health, but also helping other entrepreneurs be able to do that too, and to provide for their family and to have that kind of ripple effect. And it's just really something exciting to be a part of. And so now you're at a crossroads where now you've been kind of exposed to this, and you can decide, do I want to take this challenge and to see what it can do for my business, and to see what it can do for my family, or to see what it can do for me as an entrepreneur, whether I've started that journey or I'm just considering it. So the next challenge will start this Sunday, and you have to sign up. I'll put a link below where you can sign up, and it's a phenomenal program, and it's 30 days of, it's an overload of content. You will get way more than $100 of value out of it, but I know it can be intimidating. And so we've kind of gone through it together as our team, and I don't want you to have to go through it alone, because if you're like me, you're scared of technology, maybe you're not totally confident that you could do something like this. And so we've created a Facebook group where, as people want to take this challenge, we can have a smaller group where we can mentor you. And we can, because we've walked through that minefield before, we can take you by the hand and lead you through that minefield and avoid some of the pitfalls that are there that we've experienced and we've learned from. But we can shorten the learning curve for you so that you can have more success and have it faster and with less frustration. So would love to have you join this challenge, and I would just be so excited and thrilled to step alongside you and help you through it, and to see what it can do for your business and for your life. So I appreciate you so much for listening. I'll put a link below where you can find some more information, and I just strongly encourage you, if this whole kind of world chaos thing sort of knocked you off kilter and made you wonder from an economic standpoint if you're doing all that you can do to have a good, stable base for your family now and to build a future, check out the challenge. It's amazing, and it can do phenomenal things for your life and your business. Thank you. I appreciate you so much to listening to me drone on, and I'll put the link below, and I hope to see you in the challenge. Bye, guys.